Hello everybody, it's me again. I'm Charnay, I'm the Papyrophile, and I am going to get into part 2 of the walkthrough of my most recent Christmas projects that are available on my Etsy. All of them are available now. However, I'm just going to walk through each one separately in its own video. So, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If this is your, second, third, fourth video of mine, and you're like me and you sort of binge watch videos, then click subscribe if you like what you see. Stick around for a little while. I'll be showing flip throughs, craft with me's, just basically getting back into what I've been doing. I explained in my last video that I'd been gone for some time, but I am back. So hello. Today we are going to walk through, my last video was a walkthrough of yesterday's Christmas, and today's walkthrough is Busy Sidewalks. All right. I called this Busy Sidewalks because of the Christmas Carol, obviously. Busy Sidewalks dressed in holiday style. That is my favorite time of year, my favorite aesthetic as far as Christmas, if you will. Just that hustle and bustle. My friends and family know that, if I'm not too busy, you can catch me on December 23rd, even Christmas Eve during the day at the mall. I like that crazy, crowded time of year. When I was little, it used to be where, you could go to Macy's and get your gifts wrapped. There were, stations of people just set up, just doing just wonderful gift wrap. There's Christmas music playing. There are the lights, there's everything. And, that season it's starting now, but the deeper we get into December, that is my time. My friends and family also know that my house is already decorated for Christmas as of last week. And so I'm ready. I'm always ready. So Busy Sidewalks. What is it? This is a folio, okay? The difference between the folio and the journal or photo album style is that this is not meant to have a bunch of places to journal like on a daily basis. There are some writing spaces in here. This is more about you filling this with what you want to fill it with. I can see this being a planner for your holiday season. This can hold your lists of what you're cooking, of what you're bringing, of the different events you might have been invited to, and then all of the real life, everyday life planner stuff. I know my winter is full of sports for my two oldest children, and my husband and I, our social life is governed by theirs. But, there's plenty of things to write down and to plan. I also take a lot of pictures in general, but most often and more frequently during the holiday season. And I know that's a lot of people. So this is a folio to hold all of that. Let me open it up so you can see what I mean. You all know I am not a huge fan of overstuffed books and journals. I just feel like if it's gaping open, you probably should have made better plans for your spine. And I know that's not always possible. And us journalers, it is difficult for us to stop once we've started decorating. So I get it. I'm not criticizing anyone, but my personal aesthetic is a nice, neat closing book. And so when I include something to close, it's simply just because it's nice to look at. 99% of the time. There are times I overstuff my journals. The next journal I show you probably is a little overstuffed, but anyway, that's the deal with the tie. I think it looks nice. Okay, let's start with the cover. It's full of Tim Holtz. You guys know, I don't know if he's publicly traded. If he's not, he should be, and I should buy stock because it's ridiculous how much I love what I did. Let's start with this side. So this is one of the backdrops, and this is not part of his holiday backdrops. This is his normal everyday backdrops, which are his pattern papers. I've got a printable underneath here that I put in the window that I cut out. Another printable little envelope here, and then just some of his ephemera that I've just collaged right on top. The actual folio is also Tim Holtz. I do not believe he's still selling this folio. I think this was called like the collection folio or something like that. I've had it in my stash. It just comes chipboard, blank bare chipboard that I've just covered all of the sides. This strip here, this leather strip, is actually paper that has been textured, and I just use some spray stains and inks to make it look like leather. It comes stark white. So I had fun with this cover. I added a keyhole here to sort of give you that opening the door feel, and that is the front cover. Back cover is just one giant piece of that leather paper that I stained to take from white to an aged vintage look. I'm going to stand up a bit so I can make sure I'm still in frame. We actually lost or left somewhere our camcorder, and so I'm recording on my phone. The quality is just fine, but I can't look at the screen while I'm sitting. So it's a bit annoying. So I'm standing just so I can make sure that you all see everything you're supposed to see, okay? So there's some close-up. I've got just a jingle bell that I've distressed and made look grungy. Closer look at the back. It just feels good in your hand. I mean, I love to just hold. I like to pet my projects, so never mind me if you see me just running my hand over things as I talk. All right, so let's open. So that is your first look when you open the book. And again, it's a folio, so it's meant to be like a folder, I guess is the best way to describe that. Let me get a tad closer. That's a little better. Okay, so we're gonna start on this side, and I've used, as you can see, Tim Holtz paper dolls. I've used Tim Holtz collage tiles. If I try and name all of the products, I will lose my mind. So the entirety of Tim Holtz's 2021 and 2022 holiday release for Ideology, you can find this stuff, okay? So we've got a tag tucked in, a little tuck spot behind the December 25th. This young man on a tag. Okay. Space to write on the back. This whole thing flips down. Okay. And it's a belly band. So we've got some collage work here and 2 tags. All right. I love using some tape that's faux antique to make things look extra old. All right, so this is a tuck spot. I've just treated this with, trying to get some reflection, frosted crystal, which is an embossing powder that's crystal, just like it sounds. It's got a rough texture, kind of like glass glitter. I don't know if that's a apt comparison, but that's what it reminds me of. There, we've got a little notepad here. Give me my little tuck here. There, oh no, that's not a tuck space. I'm sorry, guys. this tuck space on this part. This opens again, and we do have a tuck space here. How beautiful is that? Just like vintage Christmas all wrapped up, right? Tucks here, just some collaging. There is a pocket, some book page in there. I'm going to not probably take out every single thing that is in these pockets and let my buyer, whoever that might end up being, you know, discover some things. So another tag on some collaged area. This flips. We've got a pocket here. That's more like a belly band. You can see this sort of peeking out the bottom. How pretty. This little girl is everywhere for those of us who make things using Tim Holtz products, because look at her face. If that's not Christmas, I don't know what. I really don't. And what I've done with this frame is I've just put it so that when I close this, her face peeks through. All right, there's the other side. Something's tucked. Okay, another tuck spot, and tuck spot here, and so it opens again, and this is just one of those handmade notepads. I like to do these. This is that office touch that I like to add to so many of my projects. I just, my family, not even my family, my mother has always worked in like a corporate setting. And there have been times where she's been part of like office closures, office movings, and they've, you know, employees have been able to bring home certain things. Like, you remember those inter-office memo envelopes that had all the lines on the outside and you just put the next person that gets passed inside the office? Those types of things she would sometimes bring home, and that was just like the joy of my life. Like, it didn't have to be Crayola. Like, for me, any of that office feel was perfection for me. So that is the first side. And then down the middle, again, nice collage, lovely little lady, and that flips open. This does open here. I'm gonna give a close-up of that. Opens there. Just a tuck spot here. And I'm not going to open this little envelope, but there's that. Another paper sampler, really is more so than a notepad, I guess, more of a paper sampler of various vintage papers. A tuck spot. And I'm going to close that up. So imagine your little small items and pictures being placed inside here, either alongside or instead of what I've put in the tuck spots and pockets. That's what I'm envisioning for this journal. Again, this office closure, reminiscent of office products. And that just opens. Let me stand up again so I can make sure I'm in frame with this bottom flip out. So I have this little pointy finger here, and it swings out of the way to reveal some goodies here. And this is a very substantial accordion pocket here. Why can't I get this back? Here we go. And then the flip out on the top. And this does open. Some goodies here in this front pocket. There's just so much to discover in this book or folio, which is why I really love making multi-layered things like this. See how that flips all the way up there? Okay, another sampler of vintage papers, some collage, another little tuck spot, and that just folds up nice and neat. Excuse me. All right, and then the last section is this middle section here. I'm gonna sit back down so I can get a little closer. Here we go. And we've got like a flap here with a couple of things tucked. Some more photo booth photos. Vintage tag. That gets sort of tucked right into the side here. One more tuck. Little pocket. Like a change purse almost. Thought that was really cute. And then, is this visible on camera? I'm trying to frame here. Here we go. All right. And then I did a lot of just collaging here just to make things look cute. A little journal card. And one more of these office policy envelope closures. And that one has hardware on it. And this opens up here for some more Christmas ephemera. Are really pretty. This is not considered a Christmas plant, but that red and green definitely was perfect for this project, so I wanted to add that. Some vintage like ledger here or invoice. This gets closed up. Okay, and then this entire thing flips. There is a pocket here. I'm not going to go into what is in the pockets, but there's some things here. All right. See that? There we go. All right, and then in this pocket, we've got some ephemera and some more goodies for whosoever should buy this journal, so you can discover on your own what that is. A tag, another one of those botanical pages, and a vintage Christmas advertisement, like what's the word I'm looking for? Catalog page. Cute, right? 49 cents for 18 feet of tinsel. Remember when you used to put tinsel on your tree? And it was like, I mean, it came on a garland, but when I was little, it also came loose, and we would just take like handfuls of it or pinches of it and like toss it on the tree. So fun, so messy. I wonder if they still sell that loose tinsel now, and would I subject myself to my children having a good time with it? Alright, so that's the entire interior. That's that, like the back wall of that, okay? And that all just gets tucked right back into that pocket, and we close, close, close. Here we are. All right, so that is City Sidewalks. There's that. Let's get our ribbon back if we'd like. City Sidewalks holiday folio, available now on my Etsy. And as I said in the last video, or the first video of this series, I am available. I have 2 spots right now for custom orders for the Christmas season, that I know I can get, you know, completed in a timely manner and get to you, you know, within a couple of weeks. If you have requests for a custom folio, a custom journal, like an artisan journal, a photo album, more of a traditional scrapbook style, all paper crafts are my thing. So let me know. My email is in the description box. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again for part 3 of the series. Have a good one. Bye-bye.